So I get one question that is asked so very often by the females who I encounter, and that is, why am I attracted to the bad boys? What is it? Why is it that I can't feel attracted to a good boy when I meet a good man, who is safe and nice? There's no chemistry. What does that mean? And there is an interesting principle, which is the principle of vibration, that basically says we attract what we are, and we are attracted to what we know, and what we feel inside. And so if you are or know a woman that is attracted only to bad boys, and let's be honest, most women, I believe, at some stage of their life are attracted to that. I certainly was for many, many, many years. And the good guys just simply repelled me. I was just not attracted to them physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and that's because of my own vibration. So it has to align. You have to be a vibrational match to that which you attract, but you also fall for what is subconsciously familiar to you. And if crazy is familiar to you, you tend to be drawn to that. So, for example, if you come from a family that exhibited toxic behaviors, or if that was the norm for you in terms of your mother being mistreated or your father being mistreated, that's what you know, that's what you're subconsciously you are accustomed to. So therefore, you and most of us mistake that for chemistry. We mistake it for we meet that bad boy and we're like, oh, there was so much chemistry between us. And I want to question that. I think it's less about chemistry, really, and that could be my age talking, less about chemistry and more about, I know that shit is familiar for me, so therefore I'm just gravitating towards it. But as you embark on a healing journey and a journey of self-discovery, and you begin to heal those broken pieces of yourself and your past and your family history, and you start to cleanse those bloodlines, and the patterns and the destructive patterns, what you ultimately realize is a shift away from the bad boys. They no longer actually attract you and you're repelled by them. But what you are addicted to prior to that healing process is the tone and the undertone that is familiar, which is toxicity and abuse. And let's face it, all the bad boys themselves are bad, or do mischievous things because of their own lack of self-worth and self-love and self-respect. They generally tend to objectify women because they have either a wounded masculine sense and a very sense of wounded feminine within. They often themselves come from broken homes or toxic homes, and so therefore when we are attracted to that type of personality or character, it really is alluding to a need to go within and really heal those aspects of you that finds toxic behaviors on a subconscious level familiar, and it's really making that unfamiliar for you so that you're repelled by those kind of characteristics that of course lead to pain, misery, destruction, and more toxicity, a sense of abuse of all kinds. And we know that a bad boy, whilst in the media they're portrayed as, the sexy type, and there is also that kind of societal conditioning that also conditions us to find that kind of a character appealing or sexy or whatever. But the reality is, as you deepen your journey into self-healing, and self-inquiry, and you heal your own sense of woundedness. You strengthen your self-esteem, your self-worth, you love yourself. When you do all that good stuff, and you heal your parental conditioning and issues that you encountered, then you transcend that magnetic pull towards the lower, the denser characteristics, shall we say, of humanity, which is the very primitive and narcissistic tendencies, rather than that of love, partnership, cooperation, respect, and honouring, which comes with a man or a woman who is whole within herself, and one who has really nourished her or his soul, so that they're giving from a space of pure intention and love. And so if you are or know of an individual who struggles in relationships, or is drawn to the narcissist, or is drawn to the bad boy character, then invite them to, and encourage them to go on a journey of self-healing, which is instrumental to really helping anyone who's locked in this bad boy attraction dynamic transcend it and go above it, and understand really why it is that they're attracted to it. And it's not because it's sexy, because it's rather destructive for anyone who has been with a bad boy. But it comes with self-awareness, and a lot of women say it with pride. But of course, anyone that has journeyed through that path knows the darker aspects of being compelled and attracted to the bad boy character, and what it leads to. And it always leads to heartache and destruction. And eventually one hopes that the lady in question awakens to her own sense of power and reality, and transcends it. But there is a quicker path, and that quicker path is doing a lot of healing and self-acceptance and self-love, and knowing your worth, and just working on your own inner sense, and giving the relationship a bit of a break, or the need to fall into a relationship or seek a man a rest, until you feel that you're in a place where you're able to vibrate at a higher frequency, and therefore attract into your field of resonance a man who can accept you in your totality and loves you for who you are, and is open and responsible to a grown-up relationship. And that was my assessment of why when we embark in the world of relationships, generally most of us women tend to love that bad boy, but it's just an illusion. And at some point we all have to transcend it through the journey of self-love and self-respect and self-honouring. All my blessings to you.